Each state has the right to govern itself, and due to this, great try me kindest rude person you too. Shirt to state HC would differ widely, causing major problems. I think this is kinda big as a lot. Seem to forget that the US is kinda sorta like the EU in the fact that really each state is its own thing. Laws and regulations can widely vary. Big Gov has a lot less direct power over the people in individual states than a lot of people think. Anchor companies, senators, congressmen, and so on down the list has a lot of direct power. Though Big Gov does affect things in a much more meta state. And lastly, a personal opinion. I don't want to have to pay more for something I don't use. I get free HC from my company without having to great try me kindest rude person you too shirt pay anyone. Sure, not everyone is as lucky, but I don't want to be more broke because of others. I live in a state with as few taxes as possible. A budget around it allowing me to take time off whenever and do whatever I want. I'm fortunate, yes, but it was because of my budgeting and planning with the lower taxes and job that I am able to live this way, and that it is possible for others to live this way without being millionaires. Higher taxes and more government-mandated programs would make the current way to live worry-free. Minimal a lot harder when you have less choice over your earned money. Personally, the best solution I think would be to great try me kindest rude person you too shirt regulate doctors and drugs a lot more to keep the costs manageable, holding both doctors and insurance companies accountable. Or if enough people really want free HC, make it something they can opt into so people's taxes go up only if they subscribe to the free HC. Great try me kindest rude person you too shirt, tank top, V-neck, sweatshirt and hoodie, sweatshirt, hoodie, V-neck, tank top. Now, you listen to me. Great try me kindest rude person you too shirt greatness in ya. You've gotta take the helm and chart your own course. Stick to it, no matter the squalls. And when the time comes, you really get to test the cut of your sails and show what you're made of. Well, I hope I'm there catchin' some of the light comin' off ya that day. John Silver. There are more reasons I could put out and explain, but these are the ones that jump out to me. RN. Edit. Definitely should start by making the doctors more truthful. Procedures out there costing people tens of thousands shouldn't cost as much as they do when you actually look at the profit margins. I don't think great try me kindest rude person you too shirt Governor HC would even be financially stable for the Gov until they start managing the prices for different things more. As it is right now, they are basically price gouging. I saw Coco about 6 months after my mother died of Huntington's disease. It was my son's first ever movie in the theater. He was almost 3. And he did great. It was also the first family gathering after my mother died, so it was pretty hard being around her older siblings. The pain of my children never knowing their grandmother hadn't quite sunk in yet until seeing Coco. After the movie, my son tells me, "I don't want you to disappear, Daddy." I replied, "I won't disappear if you remember me. I'm barely holding it together at this point." He looks up at me with a smile and says, "I'll never forget you, Daddy." I picked him up and squeezed him harder than ever. I have a lifetime of work making sure they don't forget a wonderful great try me kindest rude person you too shirt woman they never got a chance to know. Love you, Mom. Charlie's entire journey of dying, then coming back from the dead to dying again, but to save a little girl that changed him forever, always gets to me. Other products.